welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be looking at the seeds that we have grown or are planning on growing in the allotment and in our garden. Now the allotment I've got a plan for, which I explained in the last video, and I will be going through this plan and just the plants. In the garden, obviously I noted about the fruit trees and the 2 gooseberry bushes and strawberries. We're also going to be adding some tomatoes into it. Due to it being a half plot, as you'll see in the plan, the space is quite limited in terms of area we could have to grow tomatoes. So by putting them in the garden, it benefits both the fact that we can then grow more at the allotment and we have them readily available. But again, I will go through the tomato varieties we're hoping to grow in the garden, and all the varieties of things we're hoping to grow at the allotment. And then we've also got a couple of seeds that I will show you as well that are going to just be filler seeds. So if we've got space, whether that's in the garden or in the allotment, we will be putting these seeds in. They're pretty quick. They're mostly salads and carrots, things that we can dot around other plants, but they don't need masses of space to work in. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got the allotment layout. It has been drawn to scale, so every centimetre is the equivalent of 30 centimetres in real life. So as you probably saw from last week's video, here's the compost heap, just for sense of view. So this fence here is, this line here is the fence we put up, and then the other fence is just under this hold here, so it's in the drawing board at the moment. And there is currently a rhubarb sitting here, and this is what this outside our fence is where our main gate to the actual half plot is. So to start with, we'll start on this end up here. So here we are going to be growing our potatoes. So we're going for 3 different potatoes. We've obviously got second earlies, salad potatoes and main crop potatoes. Now these all came in a 2 kilogram bag and are currently being chitted. That'll be shown next week, just because we've got some propagation to do this week, so we'll also include the salad potato or the potato chipping in that as well. So with the second early potatoes, we're growing a variety called Wilshire. With the salad potatoes, we're growing Charlottes, and with the main crop potatoes, we're growing King Edwards. As well as potato, we've got broccoli. Now we've got 2 varieties of broccoli being grown. The first one is the early green calabrese, which is this one just here. We will be propagating them to start, but propagation won't take place for a couple of weeks now. I think they'll be started in around March, probably early March, just to give them a slight advantage before they go out. We're hoping to grow 4 of them in the space that we've got, so I'll probably be propagating 6 or 7 seeds and then choosing the best of those to go in. We have also got a second variety of broccoli, or calabrese as it's also called, which is F1 Parthenon. So these are the 2. So obviously you can see the early green calabrese is a bit darker than the Parthenon. So again, we're going to be growing 4 of them, so we will probably be propagating 7 of those as well, and then again choosing the best 4. So moving on from the broccoli, we have form of the 3 sisters. Now the 3 sisters is normally a bean, sweet corn and squash. However, we're not a big fan of squash, so we're going to change the squash to cucumber. To start with, we have got sweet corn summer glow, which as you can see up here is quite a nice sweet corn. It's got little white kernels in amongst the yellow kernels. So yeah, I'm looking forward to growing it. We're hoping to grow 12 of them. They're going obviously in a grid formation when we do eventually plant them out in the plot, but we're going to start them obviously propagated to give them the best chance as well. So I'll probably be attempting to propagate around 16 to 20. I know that seems quite drastic, but I'd rather have the plants and choose the best ones rather than have to limit what we're growing. Then the next one is cucumber. Now these are called cucumber telegraph improved. The final plants in this section are obviously the climbing bean mix. Now obviously they don't have an exact varieties of them. However, as you can see, there is a green, a purple and a white climbing bean in this. So with the cucumber we're hoping to grow 2, with the climbing beans we're looking at 10 plants. Now that does seem quite a lot, and obviously with them being mixed there's no guarantee we're going to get all 3 of them. But we will probably start by growing about 15 to 18 plants and choose the best from there. We've then got peas. So we've got 2 forms of peas. We've got Mange 2, which you can see here. This is called Delicata. So what we will do is we'll plant the Mange 2 on this side and the other pea on this side, and then there will be a chicken wire fence, or 2 layers of chicken wire fence, and we'll run through the middle. We're hoping to grow 9 of each, so that's the Mange 2 variety. And then we've also got this, which is called Douce Provence. We might start the peas in the propagator, but it all depends on the space. On to the next section, we've got chili peppers and we've got sweet pepper. Now for the F1 Loco chili, which is a medium, it produces pretty small chilies, but it's got quite a good crop on the plant. And then we've also gone for sweet pepper F1 Mohawk. We are going to be growing 4 of each of these seeds, if I'm correct. Yeah, 4. And we will be testing a new growing technique with these. There is a way that you can grow chilies which involves tin foil being laid on top of the soil, and it makes there be more light, or it allows more light to reach the chilies from underneath as well, and it apparently gives you a much higher crop. Final collection of plants that we will be growing are onions. Now we have got some proper onions in the form of, well, these Sensu yellow onion sets now, and then we have also got this variety called Radar, and we're hoping to grow 16 of each. Well, if we can grow more we'll grow more, but at a minimum we want 16 of each. Also in this bed are going to be the salad onions called Ramrod. Finally, for the keen-eyed of you, at the top of the plan you'll have noticed that there's 5 other plants listed. So these plants are lettuce, which is a mottle stone variety, a spinach, which is an F1 Falco, another spinach, which the name, because I've opened this here, is a F1 Ready, and then 2 carrot varieties, the first being Nance to Mars and the second one being Purple Haze. These plants, there is no designated area for them at the allotment or in the garden. However, they will be planted in gaps, so obviously there is likely to be gaps in amongst the broccoli. There could be some gaps in amongst the peas, maybe around the sweet peppers and the chilies on the edge of the areas. So finally we have got tomatoes. Now these aren't going to be grown at the allotment, but are instead going to be planted on the right hand side of our garden. We're hoping to plant between 2 and 3 of each of these varieties. To start with, we'll start with this tomato up here, which is an F1 Fantasia. We've also got tomato beefsteak, and then we've got balcony yellow, which is a small golden cherry tomato. After that we've got tomato golden sunrise. Again, this is a small yellow cherry tomato. We've got tomato sweet million with F1. The last tomato is from Tigerella tomatoes. As they're growing, obviously I will show you how all of these do look, and we'll keep you updated. Thank you very much for joining, and hopefully we will get some produce and you will be able to find varieties from us that you want to try yourself. If there's any varieties that you like and recommend, please feel free to put a comment down below, and I'll be sure to check them out. I'm always looking for new varieties. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.